I get asked a lot about buying lots, specifically buying a lot on Lake Lanier. And it's no wonder buyers are looking into this option because, well, there are not a whole lot of lake homes for sale right now. And so naturally you start to think about building. Of course, there are tons of new construction, communities and homes popping up all over, so why not on the lake? Well, not so fast. Let's look at everything you need to know before considering buying a lot on Lake Lanier. First thing first, you need to know that you can go number 2. Yes, that number 2, I'm talking about poo. A majority of lake lots on Lake Lanier are not eligible or close to county and city sewer systems, so you're going to need a septic system. And before you can even think about a septic system, you need to know if and what kind of septic system the lot can handle. And the first step to finding out that information is obtaining a soil survey. Some landowners have already had this done, and if so, that is fantastic for you as a buyer because it's going to save you around $1,000 give or take. So you're going to want to inquire about this information and get a copy of it if so. If not, well, you're going to have to do this on your own and get that results whenever you're researching that land. So the results of that soil test is going to determine the type of system that can be put in. Now, this is the tricky part. The type of septic system needed may be a specialized system which could cost tens of thousands of dollars. After obtaining the soil testing, you will meet with the local county health department who will help you in determining the type and size of the septic system. Now, why is the size so important? Well, let's say that you have dreams of a 5-bedroom home, but the county department says the only type of septic system that can fit here is going to be a 3-bedroom permitted septic system. So a neighbor recently built a house on a vacant lot that was right next to our home. And y'all, that lot had sat empty for years and it went through several different real estate agents. And finally, they found a buyer for that lot. And we're gonna come back to this story. But one thing that the buyers of that lot determined was that it needed a very specialized septic system that cost tens of thousands of dollars to put in, and the house plans that they had, the septic tank was not large enough to support that many bedrooms. So talk about being SOL. And that brings me to my next point. What you think you can build may not be what can actually go on the land. So going back to that septic permitting, just like my neighbor next door, you may be forced to change up the floor plan that you have of your home based on that septic permit. So for example, their house floor plans had a 4-bedroom plan. They only got permitted for a 3-bedroom septic tank. So what that caused them to do is change that 4th bedroom into a bonus room. They took out a closet, but technically, their long-term plans are to still use that home as a bedroom. They're gonna add back in a closet. I would assume so. So not every house plan is suitable for the land, not only because of the septic, but you're also going to want to meet with a builder. And you need to find an experienced builder who is familiar with building on Lake Lanier. Now, your builder is going to look at the lot with you and determine if the house plans that you have picked out, or kind of like your dream house, will fit on that lot. And if it does not fit, they'll help guide you in determining the best house plan to fit the lot. They're going to look at things like, does the lot need a retaining wall? What is the topography of the land? All of those things can add significant cost to the building process, and it may make it very cost prohibitive for you to build the dream home that you are picturing on that lot. Now, another thing to think about is when it comes to the water source for your home, most homes will be able to be connected to public water, but expect to pay a cost for this if it has not already been done. Typically, that's gonna run you in the neighborhood of $10,000 or more. Now, occasionally you're gonna find some lots that will require a private well, and some may need a connection to a community well. So don't assume that just because someone is selling a lot that they've already determined that all of these things are possible. It is your responsibility as a buyer to do your due diligence And this is why having an experienced agent is so important to help guide you through this process. And not only an experienced agent, but someone who's experienced on Lake Lanier, because as you can tell, building a house on the lake is very different than building a residential home in a neighborhood. Now, perhaps one of the most important reasons you are considering building a home on the lake is, well, for the lake. You also need to find out about the dock permit and the size of the dock permit that they have available. Is it a single slip, double slip? Is it a platform dock? Where is that dock located? You would be surprised at how many docks are not located directly behind the home. Now, of course, you're going to want to consider all the normal things like the walk to the dock, the steepness, the depth of the water at the dock, which I cover in this video. Now, if you haven't been living under a rock, you know about the soaring lumber costs and prices that are currently affecting the building process. And that is something that you definitely want to keep in mind. Not only are builders experiencing problems with lumber costs, but also supply chain issues, labor shortages, and the list goes on. Heck, I even got an email the other day from a builder stating that there were delays in the closet systems from Closet Made, the wire shelving. They can't get that in. So long story short, expect the home to cost more than you think, and that the building process is going to take a lot longer than expected. Building on the lake comes with its own set of challenges, and it's not as simple as building in a typical neighborhood or lot. Now, the last thing you need to consider, especially given the popularity of the lake, the growing demand, and the history, is you have to ask yourself, why hasn't this lot been bought yet? If the lot has been on the market for months, heck, I've even seen some lots that have been on the market for years, there is a reason for that. Ask yourself, why has this lot not sold? And expect that there will be challenges, and ask yourself, are you even up for the task of taking that on? Are you willing to spend what it takes to put a home on the lot? And with all things in real estate today, the best pieces of real estate sell quickly and for top dollar, including lake lots. Now, some sellers have been holding on to their land for years, they never built, and they're finally starting to think about taking advantage of this excellent real estate market that we're in right now for sellers. You know what? Even some buyers have been purchasing lots with existing homes just for the lot. I recently had a tradesperson out to my house, and we were talking about the real estate market, and he told me that these were referred to as wally bangers. He said, you know, someone's just gonna come in through here, tear it all down, and put up a wally banger. So if you're thinking about building a wally banger, consider a home in need of extensive renovations so that you can get that lot at a great price. If you're considering making a move to the Lake Lanier area or anywhere in Metro Atlanta, please reach out to me. I'm helping clients from all over the country, and I love talking to you about your potential future plans. Reach out to me. I'm Sarah Maslowski with KeyPoint Homes by Sarah, the key to a great real estate experience.